As we come on the air at this hour, the high-risk tornado threat right now. Authorities warning of a particularly dangerous night ahead. They warn of tornadic supercells that could likely bring long-track tornadoes on the ground for miles. It could be life-threatening. Ginger Z and Rob Marciano are both there live tonight. They're standing by. Also tonight, the horrific scene, the police officer shot and killed near a major American university. Officers responding to a call. You can hear one of them say, "I've been hit. I've lost my weapon." President Trump taking aim at Joe Biden tonight, headed to where Biden's from, Pennsylvania. And what Biden said that got a reaction. And tonight, the Fox News town hall with Mayor Pete, the moment he got a standing ovation.
And thank you. Wow, a standing ovation.
The chilling kidnapping on the street, a mother screaming for help. Her 8-year-old daughter pulled into a car, and the moment tonight, officers burst into a hotel room to save her. The deadly house explosion, a husband and wife inside, one of them surviving. Debris scattered, homes damaged for blocks. The ABC News exclusive, climate change and what these humpback whales can tell us. Our correspondent in Antarctica as scientists take a major step, and you'll see it right here. The scare at the Eiffel Tower tonight. And after the multiple sightings off Cape Cod and that deadly attack, tonight the great white now spotted off Long Island, just outside New York City.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us to start another week here. And we do begin tonight a very tense night ahead for millions. There have already been tornadoes on the ground this evening, and authorities have issued their highest threat level in 2 years, predicting those long-track tornadoes in the hours ahead. That could be on the ground for miles, in fact. Already tonight, look at this. The images coming in now. This tornado, in fact, just moments ago before we came up to the studio, touching the ground near Oklahoma City. We've been monitoring the live images all afternoon. 2 tornadoes taking shape there in Oklahoma, a line of thick black clouds. That's actually a supercell you're looking at, hovering over spinning wind turbines nearby. This new fear of an outbreak tonight comes after a terrifying weekend for so many. More than 40 reported tornadoes hammering 8 states over the weekend. This monster tornado right there, that's in Mineola, Kansas. And an EF2 shattering homes in Geronimo, Oklahoma, winds of 130 miles an hour. Reports of new damage already coming in. Tonight, the threat is expected to last well into the evening, a dangerous one ahead. ABC meteorologist Rob Marciano leading us off in Oklahoma.
Tonight, a rare, high-risk tornado outbreak now underway across the southern plains.
We've got 2 tornadoes that are now developing. There's a tornado. There's a tornado.
Families bracing for potentially violent and deadly long-track tornadoes as nighttime approaches.
Dangerous situation. We have debris flying. We can barely see down the road.
Tonight's outbreak is the culmination of a weekend of powerful tornadoes and severe weather.
300 yards. Getting closer.
Storm chasers out in force.
Oh, it's on the road! It knocked the semi over in the road in front of us.
Tractor trailers flipping south of Dodge City, Kansas.
It's touching down!
AccuWeather meteorologist Reed Simmer intercepting this twister.
Tornado!
South of North Platte, Nebraska. He was caught outside his vehicle.
I just had to point my back into the wind and hunker down.
And in Geronimo, Oklahoma,
this home was ripped apart by one of over 40 tornadoes that came through this area over the weekend. The couple that lives here were inside this house when the twister hit. The woman inside this room, these walls collapsing in on her. She was pinned to the ground by a pile of bricks.
Many Oklahoma schools closed today, and this is why.
It's almost over! It's almost over!
6 years ago today, in complete darkness, Briarwood Elementary School teacher Robin Dietze capturing this video of her students riding out a violent tornado.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Emerging to find total destruction. Everyone surviving at this school. That EF5 twister, winds above 200 miles per hour, claiming 24 lives.
Let's get to Rob Marciano right now. He's live in Oklahoma near the border with Texas. And Rob, I know you're monitoring a very active situation near you right now.
That's right, David. Tornado warnings abound. We just had a cell come through our position about 20 minutes ago with 3 areas of spin. It is just a few miles behind me, and now we have confirmation that that cell has dropped a tornado on the ground. Everything that develops in this part of the state of Oklahoma will be heading east towards a highly populated area of I-35, which includes Oklahoma City, as nighttime falls. So a very dangerous night ahead.
Rob Marciano leading us off tonight. Rob, thank you. Stay safe. And as you know, Rob, meteorologist Ginger Z is also in the storm zone. She's in Muir, Oklahoma tonight. And Ginger, it was 6 years ago you and I were standing there in Muir after that devastating tornado. I'll never forget that. And I know years later they've already closed schools, as Rob pointed out, ahead of this system, everyone taking this seriously. And you're in one of those storm shelters that saved so many people the last time.
The last time, and this, David, is actually a brand new storm shelter that this family put in. They've got their food, their flashlights, their radios ready to go, because this is the type of shelter that will keep you alive in the type of storm that made its way through here 6 years ago today, and the type of storm that's going to be on the ground in parts of Oklahoma and other areas in the plains tonight. Look at this, a particularly dangerous situation from Midland, Texas, up through Missouri, parts of Arkansas tonight, and much of the state of Oklahoma. It's not just the tornado warnings you see on the map, but the atmosphere that is violent right now and ready to erupt. So as that line congeals, tonight you could see 80-plus-mile-per-hour winds. You could also see flash flooding. I don't want to leave that out. So if you're in Tulsa, or if you're, say, east of Oklahoma City, 5 to 8 inches of rain, that's how a lot of people end up dying in these tornadic situations. It's not the tornado itself, it's the water. Then the storms all move east tomorrow, mostly Missouri and Illinois. David, I have to tell you, I'm right across from that school where we met this time 6 years ago today. It is abnormally quiet, and I'm so glad to hear that, because people are really respecting the weather and prepared.
And in fact, they stayed home. All right, Ginger, our thanks to you and to Rob Marciano and to our entire team in the storm zone. Of course, we'll stay on this throughout the night. In the meantime, we're also following that horrific scene in Auburn, Alabama tonight. 3 police officers were shot when they arrived after answering a call. One of the officers calling for help, saying, "I've been hit. I've lost my weapon." Officer William Buechner did not survive, leaving a wife and 2 children behind. Then overnight and into the morning, the urgent manhunt for this man armed with a semi-automatic weapon. ABC's Victor Akendo on the moment they got him, and Victor is in Auburn tonight.
Alabama police responding to a domestic disturbance call when chaos breaks out. The suspect hitting 3 officers.
I'm coming, I have a tourniquet.
Authorities on the scene saying the gunman was heavily armed.
He's got an AR on him, he's wearing a helmet. He's got body armor.
Officer William Buechner shot and killed. The gunman fleeing, a massive manhunt ensuing. Police capturing former military veteran Grady Wayne Wilkes. In his mugshot, his face battered and bruised. He faces multiple charges, including capital murder. Officer Buechner, a 13-year veteran, leaves behind a wife and 2 children.
This is probably the worst day of my time here, and words cannot express the loss for this family and our family.
The other 2 officers expected to survive. The suspect had no previous interaction with police. The district attorney says they'll pursue the death penalty. David?
Victor Akendo tonight. Victor, thank you. There is a breaking headline involving President Trump tonight. A judge has ruled that his longtime accounting firm must turn over those financial records. This as the president heads to Pennsylvania tonight, where Joe Biden is from. The president making it very clear that he believes Biden is his biggest threat. Here's ABC senior White House correspondent Cecilia Vega tonight.
With his supporters lining up to see him, tonight President Trump heads to Pennsylvania with one man in mind, Democratic frontrunner Joe Biden. The president tweeting he's in the White House because of Biden and the man who took him off the 1% trash heap, President O. President Trump won Pennsylvania by just 1 point. Biden just held his first rally there.
So if you want to know what the first and most important plank in my climate proposal is, come on. Beat Trump.
Some Democrats frustrated by Biden's momentum. Senator Kamala Harris has faced questions about whether she'd be Biden's running mate. She says he's the one who would make a great number 2.
I think that Joe Biden would be a great running mate. As vice president, he's proven that he knows how to do the job.
Also grabbing the president's attention, South Bend Mayor Pete Buttigieg. President Trump mocking his age on Twitter. Buttigieg is 37.
How would you handle the insults and the attacks and the tweets and all of that?
The tweets are, I don't care.
Buttigieg brushing off the president's attacks in a Fox News town hall, later bringing the crowd to its feet.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you. Wow, a standing ovation. Thank you, Mayor.
President Trump didn't like that, tweeting, Hard to believe Fox News is wasting airtime on Mayor Pete.
Let's get to Cecilia Vega. She's live at the White House tonight. And Cecilia, the president, as he heads to Pennsylvania, is likely aware that a federal judge has now ruled that the president's longtime accounting firm must hand over those financial records that Democrats in Congress were asking for.
Yeah, David, this is being seen really as a test case for this White House as they refuse to comply here with this growing list of congressional subpoenas. A judge today ordered this accounting firm to hand over 10 years of President Trump's financial records for just the president and his businesses. The president just a few minutes ago, David, weighed in here right here at the White House. He called this, quote, totally the wrong decision by an Obama-appointed judge. He's vowing to appeal now, David.
And Cecilia, while we have you, one more question tonight. Former White House counsel Don McGahn was also subpoenaed to testify before the House Judiciary Committee. That was supposed to be tomorrow, but tonight the White House telling McGahn to defy that subpoena?
Exactly. The White House says that they're doing this for what they're calling constitutional precedent. They say this is to protect future administrations. But Democrats, you know this, have a lot they want to talk to Don McGahn about. Remember, he was mentioned more than any other witness in the Mueller report. As for what McGahn does next, David, he had previously indicated that he would follow the White House's instructions.
All right, Cecilia Vega, starting another week at the White House for us. Cecilia, thank you. Next here to the abortion battle in this country, now widening tonight. It appears this evening Louisiana is the next battleground. A new law restricting abortion is in the works. 10 states, the ones in red on the map there, enacting strict abortion limits into law. Alabama essentially outlawing abortion last week, while 3 more states in blue there have new restrictive legislation now pending. And tonight, both Vice President Pence and President Trump are weighing in with very different messages. Here's Mary Bruce.
As the abortion debate takes center stage, tonight in Louisiana, the Democratic governor stands ready to buck his party and sign a bill that would make abortions illegal once a heartbeat is detected, before many women know they're pregnant. If it passes, the only exception will be if the mother's health is at risk, like the law recently signed in Alabama. People die when politicians lie. And a bill passed in Missouri, there are no exceptions for rape and incest. Missouri's governor giving his seal of approval.
We'll sign it, and I've always supported the pro-life movement here in this state.
Court challenges are already in the works, but Vice President Mike Pence says he's thrilled to see that many states around the country are embracing life.
I'm proud to stand with this president, proud to be a part of a pro-life administration.
Mary Bruce with us live tonight from Washington. And Mary, we heard there from the vice president, but the president himself now indicating that some of these abortion restrictions he believes have gone too far.
Well, David, the president is distancing himself from some of these strictest new bans, tweeting over the weekend, "I am strongly pro-life with the 3 exceptions: rape, incest, and protecting the life of the mother." So while the president is taking issue with parts of these new laws, David, he has also promised to make sure that Roe v. Wade is overturned. David.
Mary Bruce live in Washington. Mary, thank you. We are also monitoring tensions between the U.S. and Iran tonight, that carrier group now in the Arabian Sea, after the U.S. said there were new threats from Iran. President Trump tweeting, if Iran wants to fight, that will be the official end of Iran. The Iranian foreign minister tweeting back that genocidal taunts won't end Iran. And tonight, President Trump now denying reports the U.S. is looking to negotiate with Iran, but adding, quote, Iran will call us if and when they are ever ready. Back here at home tonight into that kidnapping horror playing out in Fort Worth, Texas. A mother walking her 8-year-old daughter when a man in a car grabbed the girl and then drove off. A doorbell camera actually capturing the mother being knocked down there. She then runs for help. ABC's Marcus Moore on the moment police burst into a hotel room to save the girl.
Salem Sabatka was missing for 8 hours when a tip from Good Samaritans sent officers bursting into this Fort Worth hotel.
We got her. She's in custody.
That hotel, just 10 miles from the quiet street where authorities say a stranger, 51-year-old Michael Webb, took the 8-year-old from her mother in broad daylight. The community responding to an urgent call to find that car. The word spread to Jeff King, who spotted the sedan at the hotel.
When my friend texted me that his daughter had been kidnapped, I was like, well, let's go, let's do something.
The police chief praising King and all of those who helped search for Salem.
They've become the heroes here in the city of Fort Worth, and we're damn proud of it.
David, late this afternoon, the police chief we met earlier was relieved of his position. The city manager saying his firing is unrelated to this case, but everyone is just thankful that Salem is back safe with her family. David.
Marcus Moore with us tonight. Marcus, thank you. We're going to turn next this evening to an ABC News exclusive, our journey to the bottom of the earth tonight, where scientists are convinced that humpback whales can tell us a lot about climate change and its widespread effects. ABC's James Longman is in Antarctica as scientists take a major step tonight.
A journey to the ends of the earth. Speeding across the frozen wilderness of Antarctica, we're tracking groups of humpback whales. American scientists and the World Wildlife Fund here using specially designed drones leading the search.
We have sleeping whales up here. Can we get the tagpole ready?
We approach these awesome giants and get a view from above, gathering vital information to better understand the impact of climate change.
So this is the whole point of this mission, to get as close as possible to these whales and tag them with these GPS systems that can tell us so much more about their behavior.
Across the Antarctic Peninsula, 87% of the glaciers here are receding, creating more open water, which has actually helped grow the humpback population. But warming waters are threatening a small crustacean called krill, the main food supply for humpbacks and the bedrock of Antarctica's entire food chain.
They represent the health of an ocean ecosystem. To be able to have enough food to support a whale, let alone a population of whales, all of these things have to combine together to promote life and to promote food being there.
After days of attempts to tag a whale, the scientists zero in. This camera attached to the tracking device is successfully planted on the humpback.
Brilliant.
This work is also uncovering other dangers. Researchers finding plastics, heavy metals, even flame retardants in their systems.
The science being pioneered here is some of the most important for the survival of our planet. This place is stunning, but more than that, it can tell us so much about the risks we all face. David?
All right, James Longman, our thanks to you and our team. And James will have much more on those contaminants that they discover inside the whales, plastics, those heavy metals James mentioned. That's later tonight on Nightline, on the journey to the edge, right here. In the meantime, there's still much more ahead on World News Tonight this Monday. The surprising discovery in the waters just outside New York City. A great white shark has now been spotted, and of course it comes after multiple sightings off Cape Cod and that deadly attack. What we're now learning tonight. Also, news coming in about the measles, and it's not good. The alarming new numbers out tonight. We'll have them for you. And the major scare playing out at the Eiffel Tower. Authorities rushing to the scene today, and we have news on that front as well. A lot more news ahead on a Monday night. Stay tuned. Here to that very rare sight, a great white has been tracked off Long Island, not far from New York City, and it comes, of course, amid heightened concern already off Cape Cod. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis tonight.
An ominous alert has residents near the Long Island Sound rattled tonight as a great white shark is believed to be lurking just off the coast of Greenwich, Connecticut. The shark tracking organization OSearch says this is the first time the organization has ever gotten a ping from a great white in the Long Island Sound. The researchers tagged the male shark off Nova Scotia last year with a digital monitor, which they're able to use to track its whereabouts. The shark has been on the move in recent months from Florida to Delaware. The organization announced the new location of the 9'8", 533-pound shark named Cabot with a tweet using the shark's handle. Hello, Greenwich. How are you today? New England states are concerned about shark activity going into the summer months after last summer's deadly shark attack on Cape Cod.
Have a report of an unknown shark bite male party.
The first fatality there in more than 80 years.
Shark attacks in the Long Island Sound are extremely rare. The last time a person was attacked here was more than half a century ago in 1961.
To the index in the deadly home explosion in Jeffersonville, Indiana, a husband was killed, his wife in critical condition tonight. More than a dozen homes were damaged, no word on the cause yet. To that scene unfolding at the Eiffel Tower today, shut down because of a man climbing up the side. About 2,500 tourists were evacuated. Some were forced to remain at the top. Authorities have taken him into custody tonight. And the CDC is now reporting this evening 880 confirmed cases of measles in 24 states, 41 new cases, the largest number in 25 years. Tonight here, America Strong, the graduates, and the surprise gift. Here's Steve Osunsami.
For the class of 2019 at Morehouse College, this is the best graduation gift of all,
and a lesson in paying it forward.
Everyone went into tears, into hugging, into crying together.
Billionaire Robert F. Smith surprised everyone, students, their parents, and clearly this man, by offering to pay off school loans of every student about to cross this stage.
This morning, I owed over $100,000 in student loans, and now I'm debt-free.
We're going to put a little fuel in your bus. My family is making a grant to eliminate their student loans.
He's committing up to $40 million. Smith is quietly one of the richest men in America, a venture capitalist and captain of industry worth more than $5 billion. This incredible gesture sent students dancing to get their diplomas and has them ready for the world. Steve Osunsami, ABC News, Atlanta.
Wow, what a gift from Robert Smith, paying it forward. I'm David Muir. I hope to see you right back here tomorrow night. Until then, good night.